Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone and Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
Mary Weddell Lambert, 86, of Eden, died Friday after several months of declining health. Funeral services will be held Wednesday at 2 o'clock at Spray Baptist Church, with visitation 1 hour prior to the service, and burial at Overlook Cemetery. She will lie in repose all day Tuesday and Wednesday morning at Fair Funeral Home. She was born in Washington, D.C. She moved to Leakesville at age 2 with her mother and sister. She and Harold Lambert were married in 1952 at First Presbyterian Church of Leakesville. He died in 1987. She was a member of Spray Baptist Church, and for many years, a Sunday school teacher in the children's primary class. She was also a member of the WMU, Bible Study Group, and Adult Choir. She graduated from Tri-City High School in 1952 and began working for the city of Leakesville in the water department. She moved within city government, and when Leakesville Spray and Draper consolidated in 1967, was named the first city clerk of Eden, and later administrative assistant to the city manager, until retirement in 1996. She was a member of the NC Association of Municipal Clerks and International Institute of Municipal Clerks, also a member of the Junior Literary Society and National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, Out Our Way Garden Club, Thursday Study Club, Widows for Christ at Spray Baptist Church, and Eden Women's Club. Survivors: daughters Mary Lee Cottrell and husband Roy of Mooresville, and Martha Newman and husband Chris of Martinsville. 2 grandchildren, and sister Claudette Lassiter of Greensboro. Special thank you to Dr. Gupta and staff of Friends Homes West Healthcare for their care. Memorial contributions may be made to Lottie Moon Offering for International Missions, Annie Armstrong Home Missions Offering, or Widows for Christ and NC Baptist Missions offerings at her church. Arrangements for Jeffrey Lynn Coram are incomplete at Fair Funeral Home. Judith K. Bell, 67, died Sunday. Graveside services are scheduled for Monday, August 17th at 12 noon at Shaw Family Cemetery, Reedsville. She was born in Bridgeton, New Jersey, and retired from Vineland Developmental Center in New Jersey. Survivors: sons Brian Esposito and Tricia of Vineland, and sister Ruth Bell Casper and Robert of Reedsville. Fair Funeral Home is serving the family. Lisa Dawn Aaron Harless, 57, died Friday. She was born in Brookville, Pennsylvania. Survivors include children Michael Harless of Axton and Joshua Harless of Fancy Gap. Memorial services will be held later. Fair Funeral Home is serving the family. Funeral services for Doris Bullington Wall, 101 of Danbury, are being held today at 11 o'clock outside at Snow Hill United Methodist Church, where she was a longtime active member. She was born in Pittsylvania County. She graduated from Brasville High School in Danville in 1936, attended Radford State Teachers College, where she received a normal professional certificate, and graduated from High Point University in 1950 with a BA degree. She taught school in Pittsylvania and Henry counties and in Stokes County, and retired from Sandy Ridge School in 1974 with 35 years of service. Activities include being a member and president of the Lawsonville Senior Citizens Club, Stokes Advocacy Council to Senior Acts and President, member of the Lawsonville Community Council, United Methodist Women of Snow Hill Church, and Stokes County Retired Teacher School Personnel. She was awarded the Stokes County Unit North Carolina Retired School Person Volunteer of the Year Award, and since retirement had volunteered thousands of hours of service to Stokes County. She was preceded in death by husband John W. Wall. Survivors include son Leon W. Wall and wife Joyce, one grandchild, and one great-grandchild. Memorials may be made to her church. Colonial Funeral Home Stokes Chapel is serving the family. Wilson Neal Hall, 79, died Friday. Funeral services are tomorrow at 11 o'clock at Colonial Funeral Home, with interment in Stoneville Municipal Cemetery. He was born in Rockingham County, was of the Baptist faith, and retired with 21 years of service from Countryside Manor. He was preceded in death by wife Edith Lois Tate Hall. Survivors include grandsons Billy Lawson and wife Susan, Steve Pegram and wife Courtney, sisters Dorothy Kendrick and John of Mayodan, and Gladys Mabe of Stokesdale, brother Billy Hall of Madison. The family will receive friends this evening from 6 until 8 at Colonial Funeral Home, and other times at the home of Billy Lawson, Stokesdale. Clara Eloise Lightsey Cardwell, 98, of Mayodan, died Saturday. Funeral services will be held Tuesday at 2 o'clock at Colonial Funeral Home, Reverend Robert Rachel officiating, with interment in Mayodan Municipal Cemetery. She was born in Winston-Salem and spent much of her young years in Stokes County. She moved to Mayodan to work at Washington Mills in 1941 and retired there in 1988. She married Reginald Thomas Cardwell in 1947. He died in 2006. They were both awarded the Western Rockingham Chamber of Commerce Citizens of the Year Award for service to their community. She was a member of the Episcopal Church of the Messiah and active in the Episcopal Church Women and Altar Guild. Survivors include son Doug Cardwell and wife Kathy, one grandchild and one great-grandchild, and special friends Mitzi Atwood Moore, Vicky Atwood Ziegler, and Levine Motter. She will lie in state at Colonial Funeral Home today from 2 until 7, and tomorrow starting at 9. The family thanks Kathy Perry and staff at North Point Assisted Living for their kindness and care, and staff of Hospice of Rockingham County. In lieu of flowers, the family requests memorials be sent to Hospice of Rockingham County or Episcopal Church of the Messiah. Loretta D. Jornet Blackwell, 67, of Ruffin, died Saturday. Services are incomplete at Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Eden. Healing begins at Roselawn Memorial Gardens, Ashley Loop, Reidsville, and at Reedlawn Cemetery, Barn Street, Reidsville. Follow us on Facebook.